Hi guys, I'm back this week with another topic. It's a very hot topic: hair ages or the hairline, taking care of your hairline and maintaining hair growth around that area. My name is Irene. Welcome back to Afro Beauty Braids channel. On this channel we share hair care tips and we have lots of protective hairstyles. I hope you enjoy today. This is a very hot topic. Let's start with asking ourselves, just in case somebody doesn't know. We've already addressed the definition of hair ages. Oh my goodness, my tongue is getting tied. Hair ages or hairline. So a lot of us, or at least a lot of women, have issues with that area of their hair. And let's look at some of the causes before we can look into how to maintain and keep that area healthy. First of all, from what I've noticed, the biggest cause of hair loss around that area is tension created when we are doing our protective hairstyle. So when you're doing your whatever protective hairstyle, it could be single braids, it could be twists, it could be cornrows. I tend to see people with hairstyles where they actually tried to get every single baby hair. In the end, that creates a lot of tension and it's not good. You will be losing hair little by little. Before you know, you're balding around your hairline, okay? The other cause is palming or applying a lot of heat, also using color. Those three things put a lot of strain on our hair, believe it or not. And now I'm just talking generally about hair. So, of course, if you're using it on your whole head, you're also applying it to your edges. And the weakest part of our hair is the edges, because that's where the baby hair is. It's not very strong. If you were to check, the kind of texture you have around here is a little stronger usually than the one that you have on the edges, hence why they call it baby hair. Yeah, so those are some of the reasons why we experience hair loss at the hairline. The other one is basically hairstyles. We love to put our hair in ponytails. Like right now, I'm holding my hair back, but I'm not really making it tight at the back, because I know that that creates tension on the front of my hair, which is the edges of my hair. So I'm always very, very aware of what the kind of pressure that I apply to my edges. If it feels any tight, forget it. I'm dropping that. I can't, because it's not good. Eventually you start to bald at the edges, like we said. So I'll look down on my list and see if there's anything I left out. So we talked about causing tension through hairstyles, we talked about ponytails, we talked about applying heat, color, or palms, and we talked one other very important point is not having a hair routine. I have known friends who don't have hair routines, and when I say that, this is what I mean. They wash their hair and then they put it into a protective hairstyle. Wash their hair and just shampoo their hair one night, take it out from a protective hairstyle, shampoo it, and the following morning they're rushing to the hairdresser to have their protective hairstyle done. I feel like our hair, I know for sure that our hair needs to rest. You should have a time where you let your hair rest from those protective hairstyles, but also be able to give it time to love on it. When I say to love on it, I mean to apply deep conditions, or to do masks, or to just even massage your scalp to improve the blood circulation. And one would say, if I have my protective hairstyle, I could still massage my scalp. That's true. But like I said, if you have your protective hairstyle, let's say single braids, so there's extra weight on your hair. And I know not all protective hairstyles are heavy, or they vary in heaviness when you have this extra hair. Believe you me, it's still different. So I think my emphasis is on having phases when you let your hair rest and then do your protective hairstyles. But as you're letting it rest, That's when you give it all the love before you put it into a protective hairstyle. Moving on, let's see how we can rectify hair loss or maintain our hair ages. So I will start with general health. When I say general health, I'm looking at the stress levels. I know this for sure because I've experienced it. We go through life and the stress levels are out there, especially, I'll give you an example. When I had my first child, it was the first time I was being a mother. That for me was somehow very stressful, figuring out stuff and having sleepless nights, and my hair was falling off, generally my whole hair. Now we're not just talking ages, but generally your whole hair. So check out your stress levels if you're experiencing some hair loss or even loss at the ages. Another, I would encourage you to try and make sure that you're not so stressed. Take steps to eliminate as much stress as you can. So the other point would be drinking lots of water. Water is very good for you in so many ways. Trust me, even for your hair. So check out how much water you're drinking. Also making sure that you're sleeping well. So stress, sleep, and water are very key issues in your hair growth. The other thing is I would encourage you to establish a hair routine. I have a video on hair routine just in case you're confused. How do I establish a hair routine? What do I do? This and that. Go back to my video and check out how to establish your hair routine. It's one I did very recently. But anyway, moving on. When I say hair routine, I'm talking about the phase where you leave it out from protective hairstyle. Make sure that you're deep conditioning, you're moisturizing, you're masking your hair. And when you're doing all of this, incorporate oils that encourage hair growth. So we know oils like rosemary are very good, castor oil is very good, olive oil, very moisturizing. So is avocado oil, almond oil is great. So I'm not saying just go and use oil, but the things or the butters that you're using for your hair, try to mix these oils into those butters or even into the masks and conditioners that you're using so that you can nourish your hair. Okay, good diet is also another one that I forgot, because now you're nourishing yourself inside out. Okay, that's how you see a better product or better hair growing out of your scalp. One that I shouldn't forget is massaging your scalp. That's awesome. So when you're done washing or shampooing your hair, you've deep conditioned it, then you moisturize your scalp. That's a good time to just give it a good massage, especially the edges, and just go in very gently with the tips of your fingers, maybe 2 or 1, and that will do you wonders. Just go in a circular motion like that. That will be wonderful. Okay, I'm messing up my style, but anyway, you get what I'm saying. My last point will be when you're going to sleep, or when you're using headscarves. We all like the headscarf styles. Be very careful about using cotton or other, especially cotton I would say, or other materials. It kind of sucks the moisture out of your hair, especially the edges. If you're going to wear a cotton scarf, I would encourage you to put probably a silk bonnet inside and then use the scarf. Same thing as when you're going to bed. If you're going to bed, make sure you have a silk bonnet if you can. Also, you can get a silk pillowcase just in case your bonnet comes off. Many of us sleep and we lose whatever we put on our hair or head to protect our hair. So you get it. When you use the silk material, it doesn't suck out the moisture. Okay, so that way when you're sleeping, your hair is still not losing anything. The other practice that I do, I love to put little scarves around my hair, especially when my hairstyles are getting old. I hate to think about, you know, brushing my hair and trying to get all the baby hairs, you know, lying down. That's not a bad thing, but you have to be careful. The more you brush, and repetitively try to stretch it out. Be careful that you're not losing that hair. That hair is not as strong as you think, or as strong as it looks. So this is what I do. I usually have a small bottle, and I'll put a mixture of water and an oil that I like, or water and aloe vera juice. Just shake it, spray the edges sometimes before I go to bed, then put on your silk bonnet or a small silky scarf around your edges, and that really keeps your edges moisturized, so you don't have dry, brittle edges breaking away. So if you're using something around your edges that has elastic, sometimes we use body stockings at night. Those things kind of pull out your hair little by little. Be very careful. Any elastic that is involved around your edges is a no-no. If you have to use something that has an elastic around it, or you could first put a silk scarf and then put the bonnet with the elastic around it. So my caution is, be very patient. This takes time to see results. It's not something that's going to manifest in 2 weeks, trust me. And if you realize that it's not changing, it could be skin deep. I would encourage you to see a doctor, one that specializes in skins, maybe a dermatologist, to check out your scalp or your hairlines, because you could be having a bigger issue than just good hair practice, good healthy hair practice. I hope you liked this video. It's a short one, but I'm sure somebody out there now knows how to take care of their edges. I'll see you next week. I want to encourage you, if you've enjoyed this content, please feel free to subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. Have a blessed week.